Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back, welcome back. You already know who it is. It's your boy MadeMenMelo coming to you back live with some more Halo Infinite actual multiplayer gameplay. If you haven't already, the Halo flights overview and everything, technical preview was today. I will watch the whole thing later on, but I will not do stream on an hour and a half. I'll watch it tomorrow morning. But this is what I'm waiting on. We already know about the story and stuff like that. They already need to go ahead and do their due diligence over there. But over here, right here, this free multiplayer, we need to get on and popping. Okay? Got my flight confirmation too. Oh, your boy is ready for this weekend. Definitely. So let's go and take a look at some good old gameplay action.
I think this is a pro team POV.
Well, let's see how good they are. Right off the bat, going for
So
the
he's
heat
got the
wave.
heat wave, right?
Yep.
So you switch the vert. So
Steitzer.
Stites. It's good to have Steitzer back, or we call it, there's some nickname of Steitzy.
So I was reading that the
people implementing the VO. They threw down a
the
shield.
testing is going to have some game modes where you do mostly bots,
Done that, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot by watching.
and they're
them.
focusing on how the gunplay,
We have regular weekly.
how like the
I
menu
don't play with them
interface and stuff
generally
is,
They're so good, and we put our kind of better.
and
players
basic
up against.
overall experience.
Also noticed that player went straight for the power weapon that spawns on this map in Slayer, which is hard for me to use.
The Needler.
You'll see, so you can see the friend foe. That's one of the obvious things you're looking at here. I know Sam was talking about it earlier. This is something that we've continued to kind of iterate and evolve, even beyond this build. I think this might be our main build right now. Power weapon spawns there.
Skewer is it's satisfying as heck, but it's hard for me to use.
I am worse at that gun than I am with the commando rifle for sure. When you hit a target, like especially a vehicle, it's super satisfying. Alright, so he was spectating.
Got the sticky bombs, spike bomb.
He missed the new.
Tried for it.
Tried for it.
Hard for us to hear in studio, but I believe you'll hear some personal AI coming through.
Yeah, you're hearing. There's a few things. So there's the Spartan chatter that we had in Halo 5. It really just kind of brings the battlefield, gives a lot more like reaction feedback to what's going on in the game. But you'll hear this personal AI, and what we did with them is we replaced what was called Spartan Leader or Team Leader, and it's just a more personal version of that, and they have a lot of personality, and so it lets you kind of swap around and kind of customize that feedback, and they give you a lot of low-level feedback. Pulled the power up.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, that's a change, right? It doesn't activate on pickup anymore. You can hold on to it.
Bro, this kid.
It'll bring a lot of pride in the long
beat,
term.
beat,
It allows us
beat,
to do more
beat.
things
Let's
with
go.
power-ups than kind of just, traditional kind of just quick stat.
They are smart. He threw that grenade and the bot backed up from it.
One thing that we won't see
Little more,
in this point of view, I really love the visual language.
little more
that
smartness.
You and the team have introduced. It's very obvious when someone's pocketing a power-up like that. You'll see a glowing trail
Yeah, there's
behind
like a
them.
contrail behind them. Yeah, that was a big thing, is making sure we at least telegraphed that information. That was, making that switch. There was a lot of critical lenses on making sure that there was at least a readability to it in the gameplay.
I mean, so now it's sort of that risk-reward, right? Do I hold this and wait for that final push? Do I burn it now so I don't lose it?
Yeah, you make a lot of choices that way. Like I sometimes will pocket it and think I'm getting cocky, and then I'll lose it, and I'll give overshow. That was a dope. I'll give the OS to the enemy, which is super risky at that point.
We're seeing a couple of little sort of, what do we call those, tutorial tips popping up there, which
Yeah.
you can turn off in the settings.
Yeah, you can
right?
turn them off, but they're death tips is what we call them. But yeah, giving a little bit of feedback, about the type of weapon that killed you, or like how you can respond better to it.
I'm not sure at this point the pro team needs to know that, like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Or like just opt out if you don't really care about it, if you don't need that information, or it makes you feel bad. Some people might feel.
I do love this map.
Yeah, the pelicans flying by. It's it's an homage to Sergeant Johnson.
Oh, yeah, you
Sergeant
made
Avery
up.
Johnson Academy.
That's it.
So it's kind
get
of
a
cool just to
full
kind of pay homage
clip
to,
of
like,
the
you know,
assault
one of
rifle on you?
ours and everybody's favorite
Especially
character
that assault
Halo
rifle.
game.
This assault
By the way,
rifle is more
whoever this
accurate.
player is just getting active camo.
If they had the
every
old
I don't know what the
Halo
other team's up to right now.
Seems to
assault
be,
rifle.
Watching that call out. Yeah, the power ups, we treat those like, you know, like the power weapons and stuff. They're up on a pad. They have a lot of messaging and broadcasting about them, so you know when they're coming up.
Now your Spartan AI will tell you that, right?
Yeah, the Spartan AI calls it out as well. So there's a lot of information just kind of driving feedback.
Oh.
You get the stick there.
Oh yeah.
You can see like there's the weapon racks. You'll see
Oh.
levels as well. He ran past one second.
Oh yeah, he is done.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
back
see in the
there.
background.
Beep,
right?
beep.
What's cool about them is, like, you know, before you might run past where a weapon would spawn and then not realize that it's coming up in 2 seconds, and it could change your choice and like how you deal with it. Like when we playtest this morning, I actually stopped at one point on a weapon rack because I was like, oh, it's like 2 seconds out. I might as well wait for it and switch out my pistol, which I think I'm just telling everybody that I'm really bad with a lot of the guns in our game.
Watch my back.
Oh, beat, beat. Let's go.
I do love the sidekick.
It's
Ah, you
really
didn't
cool,
get the
and,
full
when
needle
somebody's
there.
really good with it. It's really threatening because they can just feather.
Okay,
them
got
super
slide.
crack
This
people.
player really likes this little like drop wall kind of
Yeah,
corner
covering a
technique,
post.
huh?
Yeah, like kind of locking down an entryway so they can watch their back. It's neat to watch how people use these, like all the different equipments in different ways.
Well, hopefully a lot of players this weekend are going to be lighting us up on social, sharing clips with us, because I can't wait to see just some of the new creative ways that the community at large figures out how to use this new sandbox.
Yeah, and it's interesting too. Like, I mean, like the way
Okay,
we have
now
our
that
maps
is
in-
tough.
In our main build, is
That
we have
gun
different
is
equipment
tough.
Stuff on them, and because we don't have the entire sandbox in the flights, is we swap things out. So it's actually not even the same kind of basically map placement path that we would have in the release version of the game. But we, you know, it just at least gives us something so we can get something in there for people to play with. Well, match is getting close. You can hear the music start.
It's still there, baby.
Gonna find the end of the match is coming.
That
I do
melee
love
is
that.
still there.
The multiplayer music, very cool.
I'm really proud of the multiplayer music. There's a cool story about how we got to basically getting the music in the game. But it really meets this tone. It's something I've really wanted since Halo 4. This kind of post-rock soundtrack to the multiplayer. Well, actually just a Halo, but it became...
Ooh, you
one of
walked
my
into
goals
that
for
one, buddy.
multiplayer.
Should have seen that coming after the first nade.
Last kill.
Lost a teammate. 5 minutes remaining.
Cool.
Hey. Oh, a lot of grenades. Those gonna be prevalent. Cause that's all I hear is them
Oh, there
grenades.
we
Somebody else
go.
got
That's
it.
that's all I hear is them nades bouncing off of stuff, man. Yeah, this gonna be tough. Yeah, it looked fluid. It looked fluid. The gunshots looked fluid. I just got to get my hands on it and play. Like, holy hell! It is time for Halo. Let's get it. Thank you for tuning in. This your boy MadeMenMelo. Probably catch you guys. Definitely, I will be streaming tonight and tomorrow if I am able. I'm trying to get off of work early, but if not, it'll be later on that night. Then I work Saturday morning until 6. So it'll be around that time on Saturday. But Sunday, woohoo! It might be a full week. Be a full day of Halo. Alright. So thank you for tuning in. This your boy MadeMenMelo. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Peace.